So in the vein of experiments that test carbs for fat gain, we have just a ton of overfeeding experiments comparing fat overfeeds with carb overfeeds. And it's always the fat overfeeds that have this tendency to cause greater storage of fat. And then we've got the hypocaloric or the dieting studies that properly compare the two different groups. They match calories, they match protein between the groups, but they just test a higher versus lower amount of carbs. Sometimes they test a ketogenic level of carbs versus a non-ketogenic level of carbs and everything in between. And every single time in every single controlled feeding study, as long as the calories are equated and protein is equated, you can put both groups on the diets and there's no difference in body fat loss. So we know this from a convergence of many lines of evidence that carbs are not the bad guy. What tends to be the bad guy is a combination of refined carbs, fats, salt, sugar, all balled up together in these ultra processed junk foods, basically.
Right.
And there's still room for that within the diet, but people don't realize that the reason why these hyper palatable, ultra processed packaged snack foods and desserts are an issue is because they are energy dense and they facilitate this sort of passive overconsumption phenomenon where people just eat too much overall energy by the end of the day, by the end of the week. So it doesn't all fall on the shoulders of carbohydrate. We're back to just, okay, what's causing people to overeat calories overall?